live life.
Yo, welcome back to the most dangerous podcast, Not So Common NSC.
NSC.
April's in the building.
Whoop, whoop.
What's up, Q?
Wow. What's down, babe?
Man, chilling, brother.
Another day
Got
in
it.
life, man.
Got a nice guest with us today.
Yeah. And she
Kerrelle.
fly too, you hear me? I didn't know what was coming, you know what I mean? I knew it was going to be basketball shorts and a t-shirt. Who knew?
Hey, she was like, I'm gonna just wear whatever. Like, yeah, whatever.
It's whatever I put my hands on.
But yeah, man, and sorry that we're late because of somebody. Nah, just playing.
You know it ain't me.
I don't
That's
know
all
who
I'm gonna
that
say.
could be.
You know, if you watch our show, you know it ain't me.
But yeah.
We
Miss
call it the white.
Kerrelle, is that how you say your name?
Yeah,
Kerrelle.
Kerrelle.
And what's your last name, Kerrelle?
Caldwell.
Caldwell. KC.
Yeah, Casey.
Yeah, she wrote a book called "When Swiping Right Went Wrong," and I read this book, right?
Oh shit.
Yo, I laughed, I cried, I was angry, sympathizing, and this is in the first 3 chapters.
Damn.
Hey, I swear to God.
I feel like a lot of our viewers gonna understand that.
But it's about her.
Yeah,
I guess her
feel like I lived
past
Awesome.
experience in
I
relationships.
feel like I lived that shit.
Yeah. You want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, I can.
Tell me about you first. Who are you? Tell me about you. Where you from?
Who am? Okay, so
From fake New York, but go ahead.
Look, I'm from the realest. I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So my name is Kerrelle. I'm from Brooklyn. I relocated to Houston I've been here for almost a year now.
Okay.
A little bit about me. I work in regular. I would call it a 9 to 5, but I get off so damn late sometimes. I don't even know. But I also own a photo booth business.
Word.
I wrote a book and I do a lot of other things. I'm just like the Jackie of all trades.
I see you. Okay, that's dope. Jackie of all trades.
I'm like the Jackie of all trades. But yeah, so I wrote a book after I was angry after my last relationship, pretty much. It was like therapeutic for me, I would say.
And when was that last? What year was the last?
Well, it was in 2000. It ended like the end of 2018. It was trying to linger into my 2019, but yeah. Yeah.
Whose fault was it?
It surely wasn't mine. And I'm not even trying to play the blame game, but it really wasn't. It really wasn't this time.
But you gotta take, in every relationship, you gotta take some responsibility for it.
I do try to take responsibility. I like to reflect. Like I was a counselor for many years, so I try to reflect on everything that I do. But it wasn't me. I promise.
So,
yeah,
a lot of emotions tied up in there, and like you was emotional about it.
It was my fault, as in I enabled a lot of the situation that was at hand. But other than that,
did your logic get outweighed by your emotions?
It was emotions, and it was a lot going on in my life during that time. So it was vulnerability at its best. Yeah.
And I don't think she's did anything that a lot of people haven't done before,
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you gotta, if she wrote the book, I mean, it can help anybody going through that.
Yeah, it was kind of like entertaining but help book at the same time.
Right.
Without saying like I'm trying to help you. But it was a lot of common sense coming out of my body,
So tell me what the fuck went on.
It's pretty brave. First of all, it's pretty brave.
Started with the stories. How did you? What's your status now?
I'm in a relationship.
Was you hitting on her?
Never give up hope.
She's like,
never give up hope, people.
And how's that going?
It's actually going really well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long you in it?
How long have I been in it?
Yeah.
It's early. It's new. A few months. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, after COVID, during COVID?
It was, well, we still in COVID. So
during.
Still going down, people.
I'm talking about the
lockdown. But not the lockdown. No, I didn't meet anyone during the lockdown. No, I was locked down. No. And New York was really locked down. Texas, I don't know about y'all, but New York was really locked down.
Yeah, it was.
We're Republican ran, so.
Yeah.
So you said a few months? Y'all been in nursing?
Yeah.
How much money you gave him already?
You giving out money to us? You giving out stimulus checks?
Wait till you hear these stories.
I'm giving out stimulus checks.
No, this one gives me money, so it's good.
That's what it was. That's what happened in the book. See, I don't know, but that's what I'm guessing, right? She gave some bread away, and wasn't getting no money in return.
Okay.
Now she got somebody giving her money.
No, he don't
So-
trick 'em.
Okay,
Is it about the
so
money?
this guy's crazy. Don't listen to anything he
I'm
has
just
to say.
saying, 1+1. I'm just.
And I think it's really brave that you were able to put your life out there like that. Like,
Yeah, of course, some parts of it. So it's it's a fiction book, so it's not true, based on a true story.
right,
some
right.
parts
So the
of the book
names are
Is a little,
names different, and
names are different. Some of the situations were a little different.
What's the legality on putting names in there?
I'm unsure, but just to protect people's identity, I did not disclose their name.
Was the nigga
Mm.
real name Rico?
Um, no.
I feel like niggas named Rico will get you, boy. Like, I mean.
or Jay.
Who?
You know what I'm talking about?
Said Jay. Hey, niggas with one letter's a motherfucker too. All right, like I am Q. Like I'm gonna be real. I'm definitely a motherfucker.
Q, not QUE, it's just Q.
It's Q, one letter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when they got one letter in their names, so one thing they have to.
Okay, beautiful. So tell us your story.
So yeah, so basically the book is gives a roller coaster story, gives a timeline of from when I was younger and the traumas that I've experienced at a younger age, and it transitions through an adult and how dating is as an adult. Like we're never really taught how to date, right? Like
Right.
a lot of parents don't sit you down and tell you like what to really look out for. They just basically say don't talk to him, or they give very vague information. And during the time, especially the time that we live in, online dating is more prevalent. It's hard as as you get after I left college, it was more difficult dating.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, do I meet somebody at the bar, the club? Then you're like, I don't
Mhm.
want nobody at the bar,
Walmart
club.
people.
We don't have Walmart in
What?
Brooklyn. Remember? So I'm not meeting anybody at the corner store, right?
I'm
so
sorry. I love Brooklyn. I thought I did at least, but
Walmart?
like,
It's
So
first of all,
how
it's
can you
Brooklyn.
be a real city and not have a Walmart?
Okay,
because
first
the
of all,
suburbs have Walmart.
first of all, there is no
Suburb.
Walmart inside the city limits. Even in Houston, it sits like over there by the.
There's a Walmart right here, be on Silver. Like it's straight up. I
That's-
go to it every day.
There's nothing inside the 610 loop. There's no Walmart inside the 610
Houston
He's
loop.
is
talking
not
about the
just the
city.
610.
You're not like really the city.
Yeah.
She stay ain't no
hey,
city.
I ain't from
She
Texas,
stay-
baby. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm cool. I'm good. I
But
don't know.
yeah.
Like,
But-
like the Walmart over there by the Astrodome, it is right outside of 610. There's some kind of coordinates,
Weird.
Yeah, but you need space for Walmart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need a
I
lot of
understand.
space.
Yeah, you
that.
need a lot of space. So
One thing that city's got is space.
Anywho,
Tear down buildings, rebuild
back to your story.
Fuck
okay,
Walmart.
yeah.
I'm on protest. I'm gonna get y'all a Walmart. You hear me, Brooklyn? I got your back, bitch.
So like I was saying, one of my friends was like, try online dating. I was like, online dating. At first, I was like, I don't know about this. And then people told me their little success story, so I decided to try it. And in the beginning, he was cool, and then turned into a monster. Yeah.
Is it
Well,
physical.
At 40, just to let all the ladies know, I guess I was like 38 when a girlfriend of mine told me about a book called The Rule Book.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go by those rules, you will sift through so many people.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
And all those red flags.
Yes. And
It
the red
talks about
flags
it in
were
the book.
there. Yeah, it was there. They were there, but I ignored them. Like, I was
Because you're
younger.
emotional. You let emotion take over your logic.
Who told you I was emotional? Because
You gotta be, baby. You gotta be.
Men are more emotional than women.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
completely
like-
agree with that. I completely agree.
definitely. Ooh, yes, definitely. And
But the response thing, it's not about
It's
who
not-
has the emotion first. It's about the response to the emotion.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, men
Because
still
anybody can be
react.
emotional. Emotional is a human.
Human trait.
yeah,
Everybody
but
got it.
if out of if you describe me, I wouldn't put
Emotional.
no in the top 10.
Well, I feel like, first off, I feel like black people in general, our emotion is more a situational type thing. You know what I mean, situations bring out our emotions.
Yeah, it's
because-
a situational, and then especially like, when you're from a city, you're pretty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty nonchalant for the most part. I
Yeah.
think what happened was I was trying to be emotional,
Mm.
and it got the best of me.
What about the part? Let's go back in the beginning of the book
Mhm.
at 16 years old.
And 16.
How did that affect your emotions? Like when you were 16, you know the part I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to say it or.
I can. So yeah. So when I was 16, I was raped, and you don't really, especially losing your virginity that way is not like the.
There's
That's
a
a
dark
fairy tale
side
you're
that
looking
comes
for.
over women when that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet. You
It
know.
happened to
Yeah,
me
it's a
at
game changer.
14.
But
Yeah. So
and
you,
also even like molested and touched even younger
yeah,
than
before that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
definitely was molested and touched. Yeah.
Shit.
Before that,
Women get that so much that they
Mhm.
don't even consider it bad.
But here's the thing.
rapes
Did
that are
that
bad.
is that the reason why you like? Would you wouldn't call yourself emotional, like suppress emotions or anything like that? Is because that happened or?
Are you
I
passive?
probably was passive and just didn't show emotion much after
Your
that.
innocence.
Because I didn't trust. I didn't have a lot of trust for men, because then the next relationship I was in, it was really toxic. Like I would go visit the guy and he'll have a girl right there. I'm like, are you serious? And it was
Mm.
just, and that was not who I was as a person, but
Yeah.
it was what presented to me, like
I mean,
my
but
my environment.
in the same token, at least he wasn't lying. You know what I mean? Like,
What? How wasn't he lying if I popped up and she was there?
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
she
thought
said-
you
she
I
came
said I
over.
popped up.
Oh, I
No.
thought you came over and he had his chick, the other chick there.
Yeah, I
like,
came over,
Hey,
invited
baby, this is
myself.
Stacy. It's like, okay.
No. One time he said, "Oh no, we're just friends," and then they had a baby a couple months after that.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a reoccurring issue in my life, I guess.
Okay. Shit, but
Hey, I'm right there with you. At 17, somebody asked me to marry him. I was engaged.
At
I
17?
popped up. This is when cell phones really came out. And I was working at the mall and I had just got a cell phone. And I was like, hey, I'm just leaving work. And I show up and his ex-wife is there.
at 17.
At 17?
How old was he?
Yeah.
He was like 23.
They got divorced when he was 7.
Bruh.
Divorced when he was 11 years old. He got a juice box in his paperwork. Like,
It's like for real.
nigga.
Yeah,
He the
that's
one
crazy.
leaving junior high to go home feed his kids.
No, I mean, we dated for well over a year before that. So it was like,
So
it was like
that's even
16.
younger.
I mean, not before that,
Talking to
after
a
that.
Sir, I
Like,
don't know
I
who
met
you
him
are,
at
sir.
17 and he like proposed to me at like 18.
I don't know who you are, sir, but you are a child molester. Whoever the fuck you were or currently is. If nobody told you in your lifetime, let me tell you.
But the problem
are a
is too,
fucking
is that like
child
I
molester.
have had this body since I was 14. I was a freshman in high school and I have always had big breasts and I look just like this, but skinnier. So it is, I think, unless men are really pay attention to the details, and
But they should, though.
I know they should.
But most high schoolers.
And
are
I'm not
developed.
like sticking up
mean,
for that dude
yeah.
because there's several times that I thought back and was like,
He took advantage of me.
oh, absolutely.
I
Yeah,
would think so.
but that-
That's
was-
what men do.
Yeah, that was the age. That
You
was
said
the
that's what black
age.
men do?
Most of them,
Men.
Oh.
23-year-olds would go after 17-year-olds. That was
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
weird, man. That's weirdo shit.
Yeah, now you look back like, what was I doing? But yeah.
That's
what
weirdo
the-
shit. Well,
It's-
I mean,
yeah.
I know when I was 16,
So
I
go
was,
on. Go
when I
on.
was 16, I was knocking down a 22-year-old. But I didn't feel like that was weird. So I guess maybe women don't. When you're 17, you don't feel like 22, 23 is too old?
You think you're mature at that age. So
That's
Yeah.
real. The
Yeah.
mindset.
that's the problem.
hmm
Oh.
God
You think
damn.
the little boys in your class are too immature.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you see them every day. They joke around. They smell everything like that. Yeah.
But they ain't
Yeah.
whipping their dick out. Give them that. 17, little nasty old.
All
little
men
boy.
are at every age. They
yeah.
open a door. Can I give you some dick?
Well, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you're grown, generally, when a man talks to you, he's pretty much offering your dick. Hello is an invitation to some penis. Like, it is. I'm bad with it with eye contact because I feel like I have
We
more
were
desire.
talking about this in the last episode
Yeah, last,
too.
so
Yeah.
like,
There's like a comedian that says, the guy opens the door and he's like, can I offer you some dick?
Yeah,
pretty much.
I get, I
Pretty
guess,
much.
but like I'm older in life now. My mind state is completely different than what it once was. Like how I view a woman is completely different. Like the whole like ass out and everything. Like once again, Walmart. Like you, you go to Walmart, you
Yeah.
get your ass in.
Yeah.
and
Like
shit,
that trash.
That's just not attractive to me. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. When one point in time when I love hoes, That hoe shit was the
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I can't stand the hoe now. I don't trust the hoe. I don't like nothing about a hoe, boy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Color hair is pushing it. Tell you last episode. That color hair shit is pushing it for me,
I
man.
got some color hair. That don't make me
Yeah,
a
but
hoe.
hey,
He talking about like the bright
it
red
ain't
and
blue, green.
all
You know
that
what I'm
green.
talking about? And I'm not saying the hair makes you a hoe, but
I told
uniforms
you.
are
The hoe makes the hair.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I love a classy woman, man.
So
Anyway,
back to the book.
yeah, my bad. I tend to do that, so forgive me.
I can tell.
So how old was this stuff? How old were you when this stuff going on? Like the Terrence character, the Jay character. Let's go. We'll start with Terrence. I think he was first
With who?
with the Terrence character in the book.
So the Terrence character, that part was not true. But
Brooklyn,
tell me about it,
but no, he was similar to. Well, of course, a lot of these characters were similar to someone I probably have dated.
Yeah.
So I have dated some good guys. I'm not gonna say everybody was terrible.
Yeah,
But a lot of them were. But some were really nice.
those scenes was like I had to. I was at work reading, and I'm like, my glasses was like, I'm like, this is getting hot and heavy. My shit was like,
So where did
down
you get these
here.
stories? Did you just make them up? For
This
the
dude
ones
came up, he
that
was like, what you
were
reading? I was
false?
like, shit.
So
what
the
the
ones
fuck
that
you
were
reading?
false,
What you crying for?
I combined people, like people, and then basically
Like
put
somebody
them
else
somewhere
probably
else.
went through it,
No,
or you went through it, but it's like
Just general
several.
experience.
just general experiences.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
That's how I write music too.
You're just putting it all in one story.
Yeah, but a lot of it is true. So like a lot of it is true, but then
Yeah.
when it gets to the scene where I met someone on vacation and I slept with them, that was not true. My friends would not even let me do that. Okay,
That's
we're
what you're
not
supposed to
leaving
do
each
on
other.
vacation.
Bad friends, G. What's going on?
Oh no, she will not.
It's okay. You let your girl have a
Absolutely
good
not.
time. You're gonna have one time. Like
One time,
you
no.
in Jamaica. You ain't gonna be back in Jamaica no time.
Ain't no way in
And
hell
when
you
we
live in
went to
Jamaica without no
Jamaica, it
strange.
was just all of us females there.
By the
women
way, her
there.
friend is sitting off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't see it. but I
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
y'all can't see her, but yeah, she's not letting me go anywhere,
Looking like
especially with no
packing out
stranger.
there.
She's no stranger.
Yeah.
Stranger danger.
Cool,
Stranger,
cool
That's
dude.
what you're supposed to
Cool
do.
dude. Good vibe.
no good vibes. Look, if I didn't even know him for a long time, she not even.
That's real.
But that's a good friend.
That's a
Overall,
great
overall good friend.
Overall great
Overall, yeah. You gotta look
Vacation
out.
friend. I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
the
You might want to
vacation.
call one of your whole friends up. Like, I'm gonna let you live life for that 1 2 days.
Yeah, right? Like,
The-
go to vacation with my whole friend.
No,
Girl, I'm about to go to Florida. You ready, ho?
we have a whole lot of fun by ourselves, so we don't
Yeah.
really need men to like really.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can totally see that.
it's a vibe.
Okay.
It's always. It's always a vibe.
So is this, how about the J character?
Oh no, that one's true.
Oh, man, look at the face.
That,
Whole face.
that
changed
was
up.
true.
Now, yeah.
About Jay. What's Jay?
Now, go through that. Go through Jay real quick, because
So
wait, first of all, how old are you when this is going on?
So I was 27 and 28 years old.
So this
And now I'm 31. So I have a little bit more common sense.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was the pressure of, you're getting older. You feel like you want a kid. My grandmother was dying. I'm like, I need
Yeah.
to attach myself to someone so I can start a family so she can see the kid before she dies, So it was one of those situations, but I didn't put that in the book, But I was very vulnerable during that time because I'm taking care of her. She's dying.
Yeah.
And then, me trying to date, I was really dating a lot. And then he came and I was like, okay, he's okay. He's cool.
Yeah.
And we were cool. We were cool until we weren't cool.
Now, it was one part you said in there that, I get it all the time, and I'm older than you, but you were, I think, at a graduation dinner or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a part in there where your mom was like, you can't have all this without somebody to share it with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that shit all the time. That can trigger, like, God
It
damn,
does trigger.
am I taking too long?
Yeah, because you see your friends with kids, you see people,
Yeah.
getting engaged, getting married, and everyone's like,
Yeah, but
and
how
you
many
never
of,
bring nobody over. So
Yeah.
but how many of those fail and get divorced?
it does, but
In bad families.
I feel like
But when you're in it,
at 27, 28 years old, you feel like you're getting old, right? 'Cause you're like, oh my gosh, I'm almost hitting that 30 mark. And society
Yeah.
makes you feel like, what's
What you
going
doing?
on?
Right,
Like
right.
you did all this education,
Right.
you did all of these things. Like, where's that man? Like, where's
Yeah.
the person? and you're over here like, well, I'm having a blast, you know.
I go through the same
I'm
thing.
enjoying life.
Yeah, exactly. So now that I'm actually in the 30, like I'm 31.
Go ahead and say it. In your 30s.
Now that I'm actually in my 30s, I have a different way of viewing things. Like I'm ready when I'm ready. I'm not trying to rush it because of what everyone else is making me. When I'm ready, it's going to be all on me and not anyone else. During that time, it wasn't me. And, and I was like just trying to rush like my grandmother. I want her to see my grandkids. And it's like, she's no longer with us. And my parents.
That was sad. Like I like when she was like that part in there. You was like that one last night, and she was like, everything's gonna be okay. I was like, damn man, she tripping right now, bruh. Like, why am I tearing up right now?
Yeah.
But I liked it. Yeah, that was
but
cool.
the reason why I did write the book, it wasn't only because, like I said, it was therapeutic for me, but I noticed so many of my other female friends were going through things, and I wanted them to know that no matter what, I may go through something that you probably wouldn't agree with and say I could never, and you may go through something that I would say I would never, right? But we all go through a situation that everybody say I would never, but it's going to be okay, right? I wanted everyone to know that it's going to be okay, and that no matter what they've gone through, don't feel like people are going to judge you. Everyone's going to judge you. That's why people don't tell their stories. Everybody has a story in the past.
But if I told mine, I definitely couldn't let my mom read it either.
No, but exactly. And that's when people be like, I would never do that. Okay, and I would never do what you did. Okay,
right.
You're all on the same page. But you don't know how far you're going to go in a relationship. You don't know when to say stop sometimes,
Right.
Yeah, but now I know. I definitely know, like, okay, this is off limit. This is what I cannot.
So I didn't believe in relationships. I wasn't a big fan of those things going through my journey of life. But it has been periods of my life where I've been inspired to try.
Okay.
And that's why I dig myself. Because, like, I'm not...
That's why I dig myself.
Like, I don't really like...
Ego is real big.
I see.
So it is what it is.
So what's your relationship status now?
I'm currently in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
And I actually...
She seems really nice, and I feel sorry for her.
I actually proposed to her.
Okay.
Like 3-4 months ago.
Did she say yes?
Oh, hell yeah.
She said,
like,
come on now. It's me.
Look. You said it. I proposed to her. Okay.
You know what I mean? And but like, this is my problem with relationships. Like, everybody wants to be an individual nowadays in relationships. I was raised by my grandparents, so I'm kind of an old soul in that. You know what I mean? Like, we move together as a unit. It's all about the family. First priority is family. You know what I mean? Because she got a little boy. He was going on 5 when I got him. He about to be 10 September.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like,
that's a big transition.
Yeah. I mean, it's like.
It took you a really long time to propose.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, in square.
Hey, sometimes black folks will go together for like 30 years.
I mean, seriously, they be legally married.
Right?
Yeah, it's a trust thing for me, man. Like it's a trust thing for me because as much as you think you know somebody, situations are what show a person. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Being in that situation with a person. You don't know what it's going to be like when you turn into it. You know?
Exactly. You don't know. I always say you don't know someone until you know someone.
Yeah.
Right? So, but you can meet someone in a few months and y'all have a better relationship than people you've known for 14, 15
I totally
years.
agree.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes people envy you. I was just watching a movie and 2 best friends were jealous of one another and going after the same man,
Oh, that's a part of the book we got to talk about too.
Oh.
The car ride.
There's a car ride?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'll let you tell it.
Huh?
I'll let you.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. In this part, I was like, no, get the fuck out of here.
What happened in the car ride, man?
Tell her about she linked up with a friend at a party. Her homegirl she used to go to school with.
Yeah, and we came to find out that we were well.
You gave her a ride home, right?
Yeah, I was giving her a partial ride home.
Partial ride. That's what. Yeah, that's
I
what
dropped her off
she
at
said.
the train station.
Bitch.
I dropped her off at the train station, but
you can't.
She was on her way home.
What's she about?
That we were talking to the same person.
Whose fault is it? Y'all fault or his fault?
It's always his fault.
Him and I didn't say we stopped talking, so it was kind of weird. We just like our communication was decreasing. But then she said that she was talking to him, and I was like,
But how'd you figure
"Absolutely
it out?
not." Because she asked me like, "Who are you dating these days?" And then I
So this
asked
is an
her the
old high
same
school
thing.
friend.
Yeah,
You're giving her a ride home after a party,
yeah,
like after
like a mixer.
a mixer,
Yeah,
and then y'all start talking about your
relationships.
dudes.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Well, I'm not really dating anyone." She was like, "But actually, I am." And then she started to go into detail, and I didn't think we were dating the same person because he lived an hour out of the city. No one really travels out of the city.
Right.
That
And
Rochester, what do you call that shit?
no.
You
That's
said
like
Rochester?
8 hours
What
from
you
New
got?
York City.
8 hours?
Like 7.5.
Yo, what?
Seven.
How is that New York, bro?
Oh,
It's-
so this is what the conversation is now?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
You get sidetracked.
I'm trying to figure it out.
It's New York. It's all New York.
Shit don't make sense.
Yeah.
Not an island who needs this.
Anywho,
Thank God my memory is pretty good.
Yeah, you fuck up with me, boy.
I would.
I'm high right now. Like right now. As we speak.
You ain't lying.
Shout out to my people. Yeah. NSC. Okay, I'm back.
he's so professional.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, then we found out it was the same person. So we both called, was like, what's going on? And
you
Like
was like,
what?
bitch, get out.
I'm curious. Like, what was the moment when you were like, "Wait a minute, that's the same person I'm talking to"?
When she said his name.
when
Name,
he
height,
said his
race,
name, and I said, where you
Social security
work?
number?
Yeah, that's one thing about me. I be knowing everything about a person. Where they work, what they had on, where they live, and everybody be like, you know, I know like weird small details about people. So when it kind of got to that, I was like, oh, I think I said the same person that lives there. She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. I was like, well, I really like him. She was like, I do too. I was like, well.
One of
You know,
us can only
Bye,
like him.
bitch, get out of my car.
First come, first serve, you know.
First
So
come first.
Yeah, you
look,
got served.
early is on
See,
time,
now
on time is
if-
late.
Now, if I would have heard that, I would have been like, "Oh, really? Okay." And I wouldn't have said nothing else to her. I wouldn't have said that's the same man that I'm dating.
Uh-huh.
And I would have went straight over to his house.
Well, I was, but he lives far.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Right. So
That's
I did
expensive.
call him, and then we did speak in person. And then after that, I said, you know what? I don't really want to talk to you. So then we stopped talking for a couple months, and then we rekindled things again.
When he still had like 3 or 4 other girls.
Probably. That's why I said the red flags were there, but it was just
I know.
common sense leaving my body.
Yeah.
I see when y'all talk about the stupid shit men do, that's why I reflect at myself like, damn, I'm awesome. You know what I mean? Like I really do because I come from an honest point of view for everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what it's about. It's gonna be the truth.
Okay.
And I just don't understand how people fall for lies. And I feel like emotions are the reason people fall for lies. Like it makes you want to believe in something that you know for a fact ain't real.
Oh, yeah. Emotions make you.
Well, what was
if
the
your emotions are too high.
The most
Right.
important thing
But
you
men
can learn.
get blamed, especially by somebody on the side of me. Men get blamed for every damn thing, and there's not too much accountability going on. For
No,
the things
it's called
you chose to be
manipulation.
blind to.
It's called manipulation, and perception is reality.
At what age does manipulation stop being an excuse?
No, a lot of
never.
people, a lot of people
Ever.
are narcissists.
Yeah.
In order for me to figure out how to stop my children to being manipulated, I kept looking like how not to be manipulated, no information. So then I just started Googling how to manipulate people.
Buku information.
Bukus of information. And that's basically how I learned like how not to be so naive to men.
I think you got to put people in general on a percentage pedestal. You know what I mean? Like the more you find out about that person,
I just
the
don't
more
understand why
trust
there's
you
so
can
much
give that
evil
person.
and why more people can't
It's
be
not
honest.
evil. It's not evil. It's embedded.
If
in
you're
you.
manipulating, you're doing something pretty much evil.
What do you mean? People are taught from. I know we off the book. I'm sorry. People are
go
taught
ahead.
from a young age to be manipulative. You have been trained by your parents, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins,
Yes, that's
parents,
true.
neighbors, best friends, the dog, the cat, and the fish. And
But
the
a lot of
fucking
men
goldfish
know what
to
they're
be
doing.
manipulated. But a lot of women do too.
Who taught you that?
and
Like,
it's
who
not- it's not-
raised
it's not
y'all?
the- it's
Like,
not the-
I think he's
You have to
saying
understand.
from like, you know, like when a baby's like,
Yes.
like for a bottle, that's manipulation
Okay.
to the parent.
When your baby cries
So
at
you're-
nighttime, you run
so
to the
you're-
crib every night with their
It's a learned behavior.
Got it.
Mhm.
I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Is this the first time y'all on the same page on some shit?
5. Maybe it's because we're sitting on the same couch.
That's what it
Maybe.
is.
Maybe she's just speaking some real shit.
So I understand, like, I love psychology. So I understand that that is part of everybody's deal, and everybody manipulates to some
To
degree.
some degree.
Mm-hmm.
But you know when you're taking advantage
There's
of
a
a
difference,
vulnerable
yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
You know.
What?
You know.
Oh my god.
Men are just like, oh, this bitch is stupid. No,
Definitely.
they're
You don't
vulnerable.
think females think niggas is stupid? Or if you're not black,
And they do
Men are
manipulate them,
stupid.
yes.
Yeah,
If they
that's-
feel like he's weak, some girls go after weak men because they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna pay for everything, duh.
Word.
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
fat
females
ass-
will try to get me like that too.
fat ass
I was
get
like,
you-
done.
Like
That
I've
fat
seen,
ass get
I've
you
seen
both
women
places.
get so
Really-
much money from men, and I'm like, these bitches are crazy.
Why
I don't
are they
even know how
crazy?
they do that. Like,
Why
I
are they
couldn't
crazy?
even manipulate
Oh my
somebody like
God,
that
man.
without feeling so guilty.
Because
It would eat at my soul.
you know why I eat at your soul? Because you turn into a victim mentality. Something's done to you and you feel like this is what happened. Instead of looking outside the box and realizing
About
what the fuck
money?
you done.
Nah.
About
No,
anything.
she's saying that she would feel bad to use a guy.
No, she wouldn't. Because she's
Yes,
done
I
it.
would. No, I
It's
haven't.
bullshit. Sorry. Bullshit. I don't know your whole life, but I know for a fact you have taken advantage of some guy out there.
Have you?
It's true. I'm sorry.
Have you?
I ain't even gonna argue with that.
Have you?
Exactly.
No, I'm just not gonna argue with Q.
What?
Well, answer the question. Have you taken advantage?
In no form
No.
of way? Oh, come on, man.
Oh,
No.
yeah, I have. Y'all have.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's people can't take accountability for what they do because they can't be real with themselves. Like, it's all, look at here. It's hard to look in the mirror and see the truth. It's fucking difficult.
Oh yeah.
Before the podcast shit started, I know I'm a big dude, but in my mind, I'm walking these streets. I don't feel it. You know what I mean?
I just wasn't raised like that. I grew up in a small country town where everybody knew your name. You
Cop
just
out.
don't do shit like that.
It's a cop out.
No, that's how I was raised.
Ch-
You know,
It's-
to be a
you know,
decent person.
It's hard to tell somebody. It's hard to tell somebody something about themselves when they have things that it's their go-to. I call it their crutch. It's the thing you can say and nobody can dispute it. You know what I mean? Be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, it's fucked up if I say that ain't. But it is like how you was raised defines you to a certain point. Like at some point in time, you yourself take control of your life and the actions that you do.
Right.
Right.
Just like you saying, I was raised by my grandparents, so I'm
Right.
old school.
I'm also
But you don't got to keep going with that.
situational. But no. But that's
It's no different.
situational.
It's no different.
Yes, it is. It's situational. Like how I view a relationship and the longevity it could possibly have is
Yeah.
based off of my grandparents.
Yeah, but then you contradicted yourself because
Go
then
ahead.
you went on and said, but after a certain age, you get to
Right.
determine what path you go to.
Right. It's a foundation. It's not the whole building.
And that's
all
what
I'm
she was saying. That's her grounded foundations. That's the reason why she don't take advantage of.
Word. That's a
You
reason.
need to come on more often and help me
Thank
get
you.
these two under control, man.
Come on, that's a reason. All right, I
Mhm.
dig that. That's her reasoning. But is it a reason or does it get to a point where it's an excuse now?
No, that's
He
her
likes to
that's
say
her
that
foundation.
everybody uses excuses. I don't know why he loves that word.
Well, he made an excuse earlier as to why he got
Tell me.
big. Is because he said he loves his food.
Yeah, I did this to me. What?
That's
Come
not
on,
the
man.
excuse because then
That-
you could
what
go
the-
to the gym, right?
But it's the
No,
truth.
no,
You just
no.
said you did this to you.
But
That's
yeah,
the
man,
ultimate
yo,
truth.
I did it to me.
Yeah, that's the
If I
ultimate truth.
If I was talking about working out, then that would be an excuse. But I'm talking about the subject that I'm talking about in that particular thing. I'm not tying it to nothing else,
Mm.
like nothing else whatsoever. But if that's my reason for that situation, and I use the exact same reason for a different situation as the gym, then my reason has become an excuse.
Mm.
True or false?
No, later Google excuse. Okay, so we can move on.
Yeah. Damn, hey, he stopped.
Oh, that was awesome.
It ain't never happened to me.
Hey, bro, I want to have your back, but she too good.
Oh, Google excuse.
But shit.
I think a brilliant explanation of it with excuses.
So, I mean, how about you? Have you ever used a guy?
Say
I would
no.
say
I'm gonna walk
yes.
the fuck out this room.
No, I would say yes to
Thank
some.
you.
To some degree, but I
to
mean,
some
sure not.
degree.
I'm pretty sure not like you've been
No,
used like.
no,
I mean, we can
but-
go back to okay.
Yeah, they will put themselves out there and say they want to be used.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
That's some Brooklyn dude.
Nah,
no.
it's just men in general.
Some men be like, "Oh, I'll give you this," and
Mhm.
after a while, I stopped taking to a certain extent because then I feel like it goes against my morals and ethics.
I got you.
I don't want to be like, "Hey, want to give me $500 for my hair today?" Like that's just not my personality. But
That's the kind of stuff I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I think that's
but
what y'all was on
if
the
I'm
same.
really in like a hole and say, "Hey, you could help me out here," and they say, "Oh, yeah," I'm like, "Okay," but that's them knowing.
I had a girl one time. She just kept asking me like I think our job as far as making money was probably about the same. And she lived with her mom or whatever. So I mean, I'm like she had no bills or nothing like that. But she would always ask for money. And at first, honestly, I just was trying to help her out because I liked her.
Yeah.
And then it was one time like I gave her it was some money, but I needed to pay my rent, so I just asked for it back. I didn't need it, but I just wanted to pay with that money instead of my own.
Mhm.
Then she was like, just went crazy, like I'm begging or like I'm bothering her or
Yeah,
keep asking. I'm like, I never asked you
she
Yeah.
wanted to manipulate.
for my money back before until now.
That's
So,
your money, and you shouldn't feel guilty.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
I
happened
don't,
to me.
after she texted me that, I don't really remember what I texted her, but it started off with like, bitch, are you crazy? But
I definitely qualified for the B word.
yeah.
That's what happened
And I
to
had
me.
to just leave
and
her
ever
alone because
since then, if I give somebody money, I don't plan on ever getting it back.
I mean, usually that's how I
And
do
that's
it.
how I am
But-
now. When I give people money, if
And
I
I was
give
like
anybody
20,
money
early 20s.
now,
I mean, I'll still ask, maybe.
I just know it's a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have it, I have it. If I don't, I don't. But
Yeah, that's how I do
And
now.
that's my whole basis. Your experience. Your experience made you a smarter person, right?
yeah, because I feel like I lived a pretty perfect lifestyle before that. Like I didn't really have a lot of mess ups or hiccups in life.
Mhm.
It was going pretty smooth until that big bump in the road. But I think I needed that because I could kind of live a fantasy world. Like everything's supposed to be pretty picture perfect for me
Yeah.
sometimes. So I think I needed that.
Do you feel like relationships are stressful?
Hell yeah. Well,
Wow.
no. With the wrong person, it is stressful, but with the right person, it's not stressful. I've been in relationships where it was really easy.
Really?
Because we got along. I'm not really difficult to be with. So
So overall, what like this J character, like what overall did you like learn? Because you spent a lot of cash on this guy,
yeah,
You know?
I did.
and I know it's a lesson learned.
Mhm.
Nothing to be
Can I ask you the
against
number?
mistakes. We all make
Mhm.
mistakes, so
Mhm.
Can
What's
I
the
ask
story?
number? What's a lot of cash?
you had to read the book.
Amazon.com or Walmart.com
Oh.
or BarnesandNoble.com, and then if you read it,
Yeah.
it will disclose.
I'm digging that. I like that. Get your money. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
So, I mean, you really like this guy, obviously.
I don't think it was like after a while. I think it was just he was manipulating me. Like he kept saying things that would trigger me.
You're a helper, obviously.
I am a helper.
You know,
I'm a helper. I'm a healer. And during that time, I was a counselor. So every little thing, like I just felt like I needed to help the world.
So yeah, so the reason
I
you
still
did all
feel
this
like
for this
that.
guy wasn't because it was so much in love, but you just like to help people. Like you have a
If it was a girl,
emotion for yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If it was
Like
a
it
fri-
could have been
if-
anybody in
If
need.
it's a friend, yeah,
You would have helped them.
yeah. I don't leave my friends like if I'm like okay, if I can help you.
Yeah,
okay.
no, we're gonna be best friends
Yeah.
pretty soon. You
What
and
was
I.
good about
Oh, I'm not giving money. Baby, I'm good.
it? What was good about it? Like there had to be something. What was good about it? Like what?
I
He
mean,
was
even-
good at manipulating a situation.
No, I'm saying like, what characteristic of him helped him manipulate? You know what I mean? Like
He was-
he had good conversation. He's a good listener. You know what I mean?
No, he would say things like, "Oh, I'm gonna commit suicide," or
Yeah.
Shit.
like I'm gonna kill myself. And I have an
Wow.
uncle that committed suicide, so that was triggering, right?
So
So
what?
I think like people if they and then since I was a counselor, like if somebody kills themselves and tell me they're gonna kill themselves, I would get in trouble
Yeah.
because of my
Oh.
job. So,
Shit.
but if it was the person I am now and the person I was before him, I
Mhm.
would have just been like, "Go jump off the fucking bridge." Not personally. Just
No, this is a Christian podcast.
Oh, sorry.
So-
to all our
Sorry,
people,
Christian.
to all our people.
I am a Christian,
All right.
but I curse sometimes.
If you a
sorry.
dude and using suicide to try to hold a woman, you a pussy, playboy. I don't know if anybody told you in your whole lifetime,
Jesus
but
listening.
you here to tell you, you a fuck nigga. Then they talk about fuck niggas, you know, you be wanting like, am I a
Don't
fuck nigga?
listen to
Am I
this
not fuck-
judgmental
not a fuck nigga?
fool.
What? If you tell a woman, baby, I feel like I'm gonna just end my shit if I don't come up with this $5,000 by next week, you a fuck nigga. Like everything about you, you can if you're breathing, you have
Yeah,
a chance
you're
to
a piece of
succeed.
shit manipulator. Yeah.
Yeah, excuses, man. That dude had a bunch of excuses. I feel for him.
No.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like she was saying, like she's a counselor, like she has to take those things
Yeah.
serious, you
I
know.
get that. I
Yeah,
get that. But
so-
I'm just saying to him.
So
you
that's
personally,
why I was trying to get
Jay.
out of the helping
you ain't shit.
profession.
That's the thing about manipulation, though, is they find your personal weakness and use it against
they
you.
prey.
At what age do you correct your own personal weakness? Like, it's nothing wrong.
The only way
But
you
things
can
happening.
do
Like,
that
after it
is by
happens,
not.
change,
I don't know if
The
it's
only way you can
a
do
right
it is
age, but I think
by-
you have to still work on yourself every day. I don't know if there's a right age.
Yeah.
There
But I
is
think you have to-
working on yourself and saying no.
Uh-huh,
Learn how
uh-huh.
to say no because like I said, I tried my best to get out of the working field
That's
because
right.
I felt like it was consuming,
Mhm.
time consuming, emotionally
I bet.
draining. Working with people that's always in need. I
Yeah.
love them, but then I became too attached to the situations.
Mm.
And that's not who I am.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, so
Jay, you ain't shit.
yeah.
Yeah, you want to tell him how much you gave him?
Mm-mm.
Huh?
No, I'm gonna go to Walmart.com,
Walmart.com.
Amazon.com.
Or Barnes & Noble.
Or hey,
Yeah,
hand me
we
that
gonna-
book.
We gonna swipe right.
Hey, when swiping right went wrong.
Oh,
What
yeah,
was this?
relate to
I
it.
thought I didn't even never heard of that site too. Soul Swipe.
Oh,
Soul
yeah.
swipe?
That was one of the dating platforms. I think they changed it to BLK now. But
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
No, BLK.
It's just be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
What were the other platforms that you were on?
Niggas with problems meet.com.
I think Bumble or something like that, or Hinge.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
those platforms. But
Yeah.
do you because I never really got on to
ever
the
do
online
Tinder?
dating thing.
Tinder was the worst of the worst of the worst. It was.
I call it the dungeons.
No, it was the dungeon. That's not.
Well, let's keep in mind, like swipe, like in some cultures, well, in some neighborhoods, swiping mean like dick. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So the whole swipe thing always confused me in general.
Really?
Yeah, got that
I
swipe.
never heard
You never
that.
told nobody you got that swipe?
Uh-uh.
that
No.
sounds like a.
I mean, I ain't saying I don't got that
STD or
swipe,
something.
well, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I got it.
That sounds like an STD or something. You got that
Whoa.
swipe?
Swipe? Nah, really? I don't know.
Like,
Shout out to my
that's
New Orleans
fair.
You know
people.
what I'm saying?
there.
Like,
I don't know what
you
swipe
got
is,
that
but
swipe?
I know I got
Hey,
it.
I can tell you right now, my biological daddy with his crazy ass can walk in here, he'd be like, yeah, you know I got that swipe. That's exactly what he gonna say.
It sounds like a pap smear or something.
Nah,
Like,
Yeah, it,
it might just
Yeah,
be a
like, you got
Louisiana
that
thing, you know what I
swipe.
mean?
you got that swipe?
yeah, like you got that
Yeah.
swipe. Like, are you clean? You got that swipe?
Nah,
Right?
nah,
That's something.
nah, fuck that. When nigga look in your eyes, you want that swipe. That's
No, that's just
No,
out to
that to
Louisiana,
me
baby.
that sounds real dirty.
shout out to Louisiana, baby. We need to take your ass to New Orleans and hear some new shit.
nah.
Cause that's
Hey,
that's why
when he was
swipe
swiping it
always
right and it
sound
went wrong. You know?
That's fucked up. That
If-
sounds like a disease. When swiping right goes wrong.
I'm gonna ask some NOLA
Please.
people
Please.
about that swipe.
That swipe.
Hey, but real quick before we get
No,
out.
it's like, but how you say it, like I can say anything and make it sound horrible. Eggs. You know what I mean? Like it's simple. Like you gotta say it with that same pizzazz.
No.
You got the
No, I
eggs.
love
My boyfriend's
eggs.
from Louisiana. If he ever asks me, do I want that swipe? I'm gonna be like, absolutely no.
Nah, then once you give it, then you be like, I want that swipe all the time.
That's probably why.
all right.
Hey, that's probably why. Hey, do we
Right,
read this
that's
book?
why-
He was like, he looking at swiping. Like, how many swipes you had?
No,
What's your swipe number, baby?
Yeah.
no, I didn't let him.
He's like, you've been swiping since.
Oh, you ain't let him swipe?
No, I didn't let him swipe.
You stay strong, brother. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be worth it. You stay strong.
How about before we get out here, the last guy is that
I was
the
about
Chase
to
Bank
say,
guy?
what-
Yeah,
What the fuck?
that.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's the what
Yeah.
guy?
The
what?
Chase Bank.
Yeah.
Chase Bank. He
Yeah.
worked there. He robbed it.
Same.
Good question.
You want to talk about that or no?
I know the story, but y'all are gonna have to buy the book
We're going to LeVar Aridum, so
To,
don't take my word for it.
hear the whole story. So
Alright.
tell it, and then you can come back to this episode and then listen to her.
No, I mean, we want to talk about it or no?
Since the book is so short, I'm going to tell all the stories.
Say him something. Say him something.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
save them some.
Okay, well,
Chase-
give us a
Chase
little,
Bank, was he a lover, a
a
robber,
little
a
insight
bad
that
employee?
maybe
Find out.
you forgot to add or something about that story.
Oh.
During that time, I was still in a vulnerable state. Like
Healing. That's the word.
I wasn't even healing because I was trying to get back at Jay.
Oh.
So yeah,
That's an interesting thing.
That is.
Yeah.
Y'all need to read this motherfucking book. Know what
yeah, I
y'all
was
need
trying to
do.
get back. So it was one of those situations.
There go that timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so we always like to end it with, what's the moral of the story? What would you say the moral
I
of
think
your
the
story?
moral of the story is everyone needs to be cautious when dating in
Mhm.
general, whether it be from an online platform or persons that you meet in person. Definitely be cautious, pay attention to the red flags, and you don't know someone until you actually know someone. And what I mean by that is it depends on the situation at hand. You know someone's going to be different when they're broke. Someone's
Right.
going to be different when they have money.
Right.
Someone's going to be different in different situations. It's situational.
One of the most important things that I think is important too for any relationship
Hmm
is you got to love yourself first.
And
Oh,
that,
exactly.
that is key. And
Because
took
I
time
feel
to
like you're
heal.
not as vulnerable when you love
Mhm,
yourself
mhm.
first.
Definitely. And I feel like now I'm in a different space because I took
Right.
time away
Time
from
for
dating.
yourself.
Like, yeah, didn't
Right.
date anyone.
Mhm.
And I really took time to like really love who I am.
Right.
Like, so
Right.
either
love
somebody else has
yourself.
to love me or that's it. You
I
can
read a
move on.
book which I think is fabulous for women and men,
Mm-hmm.
but it's called Getting the Love You Want
Mm-hmm.
by I think Harville Hendrix or something.
Uh-huh.
And he goes through like all these stories, kind of like how you're doing
Yeah.
with your stories.
Yeah, definitely.
And basically it's like we all go through this. We all go through these stages. We all go through these emotions. And here's how to help yourself.
Mhm.
How is my life so different? I don't understand. How is my life so fucking different that I don't need a book to tell me these things? Like that's weird to me. Like my
Maybe your
like,
grandparents?
my experience. No, my experience in general. Like I've been growing for a long time. You hear me? I done made all type of fuck ups and bad decisions and all type of the
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
And I just
And yet you still act like a little kid sometimes.
a little kid. Why? Because I call you on your bullshit.
Nope.
You need to realize the difference between
No,
somebody.
because your
acting like a
ego's
kid.
so big.
Guys, they are not married, by the way. They just,
Fuck no.
they're just,
Hell, you think she acting just as married? That's your goddamn mind, man. Fuck no, bitch. Like,
Well, thank you for having me.
shout out.
Yes, thank you.
yeah. Where can they find the book?
So they can find the book on either Amazon, BarnesandNobles.com, Walmart, and even through my agency. But
You gotta help me too one day. I want to write a book. I always wanted to, but I just never knew how. I got a lot of ideas up here.
Okay.
I think I want to write a horror story.
Okay.
I really
yeah,
do.
Articulate it, yeah.
So you gotta teach me how. We gotta work together. Like we can do this.
Okay.
You got to plug your photo booth too.
Oh, snap that _ photo booth.
Snap that
That
_ photo.
PHAT.
And do you have any other social media platforms that you're on that you want us to follow?
Well, Instagram, Kerrelle with a K, KERELLE
Yeah.
with WITHAK. Yeah, and you can find the book on all those various platforms. Amazon is the best. That's where most
Yeah,
people
most people.
go. Yeah.
Get your shit
And make
same
sure
day,
you
baby.
review it. Make sure you write a review.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When swiping right went wrong, and swiping is not what dick.
No, it's
Not
like
no
online
dick
dating, like
stuff.
swiping right.
You swipe, you put that
Like
dick.
Tinder.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who.
But thank you
Not
so much
swiping
for
ass.
having me.
Drop it down.
Yeah, you can follow the podcast on YouTube, Not So Common NSC.
NSC.
Instagram, Not So Common NSC. Spotify,
NSC?
Not So Common NSC. You can
NSC.
follow me on Instagram,
Yes,
Matthias
slow down. We
_
can't do our NSC.
K- oh, it'll be on there.
He flying today, boy. He
Yeah.
moving today.
NSC.
Yeah, Matthias _ KGV on Instagram and Matthias Wilburn on Facebook and Twitter. One day these days I'll use it.
And you
one
can
day.
follow me at the Lettering Fox.
Just leave me alone, man. Peace and love, yeah.
Follow his song too. Still going hard.
What's the restaurant
Beautiful
name?
Dreamer, man. Beautiful Dreamer by the songwriter, THE, not DA.
And what's the restaurant that you just opened?
Man. Everything _etouffee.
There we go.
You know you can find me, you hear me? Shrimp, crawfish, etouffee, catfish.
All right, thanks for kicking it.
Peace
Peace,
and love.
fam.
Shout out to our